Hey guys, Big Ken audiobook review. Dave Ramsey's Entree Leadership. Great book for just anybody who wants to start a business, who wants to hire their first employee, fire their first employee. The book covers all of these things. Dave Ramsey, radio host, financial advisor. Basically, he doesn't believe in debt, and he maps out plans to keep you out of debt. Dave personally believes that debt magnifies your stupidity. In other words, you take a loan to start a business, then you have to pay back that loan if that business fails. If it fails with no debt, well, then you just lost some money. And it makes a lot of sense. So Dave's book, Entree Leadership, starts out with him going broke in his 20s and then rebuilding his life. He decided after going broke, he was going to restart his company. He was going to create a new company where he taught financial literacy basically to the public and sold books and things like that. Books and audio books and tapes and financial budgeting material. And then he pretty much went from a card table to 5 million listeners and 300 employees. So he talks about all his pitfalls. I mean, he talked about one employee who came in late, left early, was very loud, very rude, and he had to fire her. And he's found that when you fire people, he thinks of it more as an idea of, I'm allowing you to go somewhere where you're needed or where you're a good fit. And I just think Dave really gives you that mentality of how to win, how to not be the condescending asshole, and how not to be the boss, how to be a true leader. The reason it's called Entree Leadership is the entree part comes from entrepreneur. And basically what he's saying is that he wants an entrepreneurial spirit and to be a leader. And basically that means self-responsibility, self-reliance, independent thinking, integrity, which is very important to Dave in that book. He talks a lot about his family. He takes you into that world. There's a part in the book where he gives his daughter a rope, which is his trust. And he gives his daughter his trust to be someone who's successful and intelligent and articulate and smart. And he gives that trust to his daughter to go off to college and be the woman who he raised her to be. And I think that is also one of the biggest parts of the book. It's all about, his book is basically about empowering people to make good decisions that you would make. So you don't have to have an office or children where you just don't trust people. And that's, being a truck driver, that's completely different than where, trucking goes. I mean, in the industry of trucking, usually the mentality is everybody's wrong and let's get this over with as fast as possible, even if that means firing everybody. So I thought it was refreshing. I read it because I love Dave Ramsey's stuff. He's a very inspiring guy. You'll read this book, you'll listen to it or read it, and you will be inspired. He talks about starting a small business. He covers that. He also covers, as I said, hiring and firing, creating the right mentality to succeed, goal setting, which I think is one of the most important things in the world. So, read this book, listen to it. It's about 5 or 6 hours. You can listen to it in a 10-hour run, and it's a great book. So, Entree Leadership by Dave Ramsey, read by Dave Ramsey. There are some bonus chapters apparently online. You can check those out. I haven't checked those out yet. The book's about $17 on iTunes. I haven't been to audible.com, so you check out Audible if you want. I like it. I think it's a great book. Like I say, Dave covers his beginnings, his children, leaving home, and firing employees, hiring employees, starting a small business, and learning. I think it's really a empowering book to empower you to make a better decision. And that is really what Entree Leadership really is. So, guys, that's it. How to Truck Driver 101.com.